हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू V9 एजुकेशन। आज है 8 अक्टूबर 2022, दिन है सैटरडे, और आज हम करने जा रहे थे हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के एनालिसिस। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। पैनल टू स्टडीज शेड्यूल कार्ड स्टेटस फॉर दलित पोस्ट कंजर्वेशन। The three-member commission be headed by the Chief Justice K.B. Balakrishna has been asked to submit the report in 2 year development come even as Supreme Court is hearing the petition on the issue. The Union government has now informed the three-member of commission inquiry headed by the former Chief Justice of India, Justice K.G. Balakrishna, to examine whether the scheduled caste status can be accorded to Dalits who have over the year converted the religions to other than the Sikhism or Buddhism. Notification for the formation of the commission was issued the Thursday and day before the Supreme Court on October 11 expected to hear the center present position on batch petition seeking the including Christianity, Dalit, Muslim and removal of the religious certainty of the inclusion of the scheduled caste. Currently, Constitution Scheduled Caste Order 1950 provide only those belonging to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist communities to be categorized as a scheduled caste, and when enacted order only allowed to Hindu communities and classified the scheduled caste based on the social capabilities and discrimination faced by the untouchability due to the amendment in the 1956 could Sikh community and again the 1990 in the could include the Buddhist community as a scheduled caste. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिया गया। अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल पे। IARI stubble burning in the Punjab at 3-year low. The early day, the number of the crop fire and reported out of the Punjab at the 3-year low. Suggested data from the Indian Agriculture Research Institution track such fire via the satellite. Only the 330 fires has been reported this year and opposed to 62 and the 1935 in the 2021 and 2022 respectively. तो उसके ऊपर ये आर्टिकल दिया गया। अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल पर। राइट कंपेनियन इन बेलारूस, रशिया, यूक्रेन get Nobel. The trio of human rights watchdog from the Belarus, Russian, and Ukraine won the Nobel Peace Prize on the Friday and highly symbolical choice the lecture crowned by the three nations at the center of the war in Ukraine. The honor went to the Dantian activist Alice Belitsika of Belarus and Russian group राइट ग्रुप, द मेमोरियल एंड यूक्रेन सेंटर फॉर द सिविल लिबर्टीज, तीनों को दिया गया। एक इंडिविजुअल, दो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इस साल के जो नोबेल पीस पुरस्कार उसको दिया गया है, तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल दिया गया। अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे। जो एग्जाम पर्सपेक्टिव से इंपोर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स हैं उनको हम डिस्कस करेंगे। नेक्स्ट पे एडिटोरियल की है, शोइंग स्लो लेन ड्राइविंग, द वर्ल्ड बैंक हैज वार्न्ड द इंडियन and even the recovery could be soon falter. At the onset of the 2023, Indian economy was expected to grow anywhere between the 7% as per the Reserve Bank of India projection, but 8.2 as per the International Monetary Fund forecast, with the major rating agency and financial institution preaching the other projection in middle, having the bounce back to the 8.7 last from year from the COVID trigger neither, and the modernization in the economic growth was not big deal even as the ripple effect of the war of Europe and began the inflation have been high since January, but early September the range mostly forecast shifted to 6.7% to 7.7%. The RBI, the Asian Development Bank, Fitch rating lowered the estimate of to 7%. S&P Global Rating Interest forecast the 7.3, and Moody Investor Service preferred the 7.6, and both delivered emerging the global slowdown will be the real post-COVID recovery outlook is begin to the anymore, and World Bank has suggested based on the input of recent last week September from the explanation and initial expectation 8% growth this year, and which is cut to 7.5% in June, and bank has led to the global article दिए गए। The growth and limitation of Dravidian urbanization. The account of Dravidian mobilization in Tamil Nadu has focused largely on their achievement of economic growth and welfare outcomes. Less recognition in the critically urbanization is disturbing the benefit of growth and development relatively more inclusively. Tamil Nadu urban trajectory has been the distinct from the other part of the Indian on two accounts. One, Tamil Nadu has continuously attempted to the drawback in the traditional caste with the hereditary to enable the upward mobility of ordinary people and transforming them into the urban transformation. And two, the urbanization is Tamil Nadu is more the broad-based and being the driven by the multiple urban centers rather than the few metropolitan city, and in this case of Maharashtra और गुजरात. तो उसके रिलेटेड आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल पे. ए सिंथेटिक क्लिक द केमिस्ट्री अवार्ड शो दैट इट पेड रीचिंग टू द फंडामेंटल. नोबेल प्राइज जो इस साल के लिए केमिस्ट्री की दिए गए कार्नियस बेट्रीजो मोंटेरा मेड्रा एंड बैस्पर सरप्राइज को लास्ट फॉर्मस ऑफ फीचर ऑफ ग्रुपिंग only the five to have won the prize. Twice, three chemistries have been awarded the pioneering click chemistry and getting molecules that would not normally bound together to do so in the affecting uncomplicated matter. The click come from the anably sharply drew the molecules sapping together and likely airlines seatbelt filtering through there the buckles. He structurally chemist thought to the initial necessary for the medicine to fertilizer. The chemist has sought to the make synthetic product, the mimic natural molecule, the artificial synthetic of the indigo instead of the construction from the plant and distress consecution of for the colonial India economy. On the other hand, several molecules have been the systematic ingenious way to create drug and medicine to kill bacteria and revive plant. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिए गए. A trophy of the new Buddhist movement in India. Every year in October, thousands of people assemble in Nagpur to this Bhumi into the pay homage the B.R. Ambedkar remember to historical day of the October 14, 1953, and he and half million of his followers embraced the Buddhism. Ambedkar chose Buddhism after the examining the various religions to understand the sustainability of each of the labor, social marginalization, communities, and exploited caste order. He found the Buddhism is rooted to Indian civilization, supplement to modern ethnical value and adversely social heritage and pharmaceutical domains. Non-Buddhism was a proposed mass movement that would be evaluate former untouchables and help them to achieve the self-respect. He hoped that the Buddhist principle would be mobilize them into the robust community battle of the ruling Burma ब्राह्मणिकल एलाइट्स. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. वेयर द स्टार मस्ट नॉट ट्विंकल्स द क्लीन स्काई हाई एल्टीट्यूड कंपेयर टू डार्कनेस आर द fatal for the Indian cutting edge astronomical observatory in the Ladakh Henley village. Jacobo Oxy reporting the challenging the having its declared international dark sky region and effort to make the resident stakeholder in this process. Henley is already in a wildlife sanctuary and developing as such as the reserve will be encouraged to a newer kind of tourism and astro-tourism. तो उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल देखिए. इंडिया में जो लद्दाख में एस्ट्रोटूरिज्म के लिए एक ऑब्जर्वेटरी बनाया गया था, उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिया. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. हेड ऑफ असेंबली पोल कांग्रेस इन गुजरात फेस डिफिक्शन लैक ऑफ फोकस. द कांग्रेस इंटरनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इलेक्शन राहुल गांधी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा अफेयर टू बी द इमीडिएट प्रायोरिटी ऑफ फॉर द पार्टी एंड नॉन परमानेंट लीडर विजिंग टू ड्यूरिंग द नवरात्रि. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल पे. खारगे रिजेक्ट द रिमार्क दैट ही विल बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय द गांधी फैमिली एंड इलेक्शन कमीशन सीक उद्धव रिस्पांस टू द पार्टी सिंबल कंट्रोवर्सी. Petitioner moved to court for fire coffee in PFI case. The Delhi High Court on Friday asked for national investigation agency reports to the peak in the copy of FIR registered against the alleged member of the band Popular Front of India in the case lodged under the anti-terror law. उसके रिलेटेड ये आर्टिकल दिए. सेंटर सिख चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया recommendation on appointment of his successor. Ministry of Law Justice अक्टूबर 7 को साउट किए गए चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया यूवी ललित को रिकमेंडेशन फॉर द अपॉइंटमेंट हिज सक्सेसर as per the POM memorandum of procedure on appointment of chief justice of India. Supreme Court judge today Honorable Ministry of Law Justice sent to letter Honorable Chief Justice of India to sending the his recommendation for the appointment of his successor. Ministry tweet. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. Next question. India object to the recent visit of US ambassador to POK. India is object to the United States over the recent visit of the American ambassador to Pakistan. Visit the Pakistan occupied country and carried the Ministry of External Affairs on Friday. The reacting the visit early October, which the US referred to the Azad Free Jammu Kashmir ambassador David Blunden and Mujafar other area across the line of control India recognized as his territory. MEA spokesperson Arvind Bakshi said that India had objected to both the visit and meeting the Mr. Bloom held there. After the next article were extract and guarantee human right to Uyghur of the Xinjiang said the Ministry of External Affairs statement comes a day after the Indian abstained on voting of draft resolution at the 51 regular session of the United Nations Human Rights Council held to debate on the subject. India on Friday addressed the issue of Uyghur of the Xinjiang directly for the first time, saying that the community human rights should be respected. So, security article देंगे. Six Indian prisoners died in Pakistan in the last 9 months sentence. Six Indian prisoners who complied their jail term and died in Pakistan last 9 months. India has raised the alarming issue. Islamabad Ministry of External Affairs on Friday इसने कहा है. After the next article, India UK free ट्रेड पैक्ट मिस और ट्रो डेडलाइन जो इंडिया यूके के फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट थे may not be already ready to time for the Diwali and or October and the deadline indicates that both India and Delhi and New Delhi India has reacted to sharply to British Home Secretary Sullivan Barmin statement linking to the FTA with migration issue. The UK government said unilaterally or not the speed over the determined FTA launch to security article जाइए. After the next articles पे India can lead to G20 on the education, climate and sustainability. World Bank President David Malpass pointed to the Indian involvement in the restructuring debate in Sri Lanka and it's a major creditor of African nation called the country a leader of the education. Debate sustainability, education and the climate action, three areas of potential for the India when it takes to the presidency of G20 group दिसंबर the year according to World Bank President David Malpass ने कहा है तो security article दिए गए. Cup syrup debt will be impact Indian image. Sharma. The debt of the dozen of children in the Gambia cash to the adulteration cough syrup made by the Haryana will be impact Indian reputation and pharmacy of the world and former Commerce and Industry Minister Anand Sharma on Friday arguing the center to fix the accountability and take the urgent action. Former Commerce Ministry asked how to the adulteration suppress or begin to export permits. तो उसके ऊपर आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे. एवरी healthy man is the objective to provide for his wife and children. Supreme Court the proposed amendments is the prevent the chance of the strength wife facing the distinction. तो उसके ऊपर ये आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल्स पे जो वर्ल्ड फेच की है. US and Philippines reinforce they are the aligned to joint military deals. So more than 1 million displaced in Myanmar coups in UNA. Food price fell in 6 months straight month in UNA. Iran say Mesa Amani died is the illness of rather than the blows. Ukraine predicted more gains as the Putin general face flag. The Zelensky say his force recaptured more than the 500 square kilometer territory and dozen of the settlement in the Kherson region. Russian faces the claim against the Donbass. तो उसके ऊपर आर्टिकल दिया है. Ahead of the midterm election, Biden pardoned to American for the possession of the cannabis. USA के प्रेसिडेंट जो बाइडेन ने ट्यूसडे में पार्डन किए गए थाउजेंड ऑफ अमेरिकन टू कन्विक्टेड टू marijuana possession in major new step toward the distinction meet the drug and fulfilling the promise to support the month before the midterm election. So, I announced through a pardon for the all priority federal finance and simply possession of the marijuana, Mr. Biden said. After the next article, Ukraine changes mind on the UNHRC vote on Xinjiang. The Ukraine indicated on Friday that he changed the mind to historic vote a day earlier. So the UN Human Rights Council refused to debate violation of the Chinese Xinjiang region. तो उसके ऊपर आर्टिकल दिए गए. No Chinese troop in Solomon Island PM. जो सोलोमन PM आइलैंड के प्राइम मिनिस्टर है मैसा सोलगन उन्होंने फ्राइडे में कहा कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया assured Australia that the national oil will not allow Chinese military presence in the territory. और यूएस ने इम्पोज किया न्यू सैक्शन ऑन द चाइनीज शिप. Biden Visionary Friday published the sweeping the set of vote on the control and including a measure to cut off the from the center certain executive chip made anywhere in the world with USA tool and vastly expanding the reach to the bloody showing the Beijing technical obligatory and military advances. तो उसके ऊपर आर्टिकल दिए गए. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट पेज पे जो बिजनेस की है. India slap 244 million notice to French spirit market Prenet. India authorities have demanded the 244 million from the million dollar to local unit of French spirit giant Prenet Richard and unveiling the concentrate import for the more than a decade to avoid the full payment of duties. Government notice seen by the retro so. Government kick off the IDBI bank disinvestment process. The central will sell the 30.48 holding in the holder and will currently promoter LIC will be offered to 30.24 stake. Instead, investor will be have to submit expression of interest in this by December this year. The government on the Friday kicked off the proposal for the strategic disinvestment of IDBI bank along with the transfer of management control by the issuing the Parliamentary Information Memorandum to invite the expression of the interest from the prospective buyers. Rupees synced to the new low 82.32 as dollar ruling strong and versus peer and stock slide. The rupee depreciated 15 paisa to close an all-time low. The local unit तो security article दिया Indian forest reserve slide to more than a 2 years low. इंडिया के forest river exchange reserve है fall हो चुका है 532.66 billion in the week through the September 13, that the lowest level since the July 2022. The Reserve Bank of India weekly strategically supplemented the floor on the Friday. Car firm proposed to tax cut on the importer under the UK trade deal. The Indian car makers have been proposed to cutting the 30% tax rate to import cars apart of the trade deal with Britain and source told to Reuters. An unprecedented move by the could be easy access to one of the world's import potential automobile markets. अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल by Hero Corps unveiled the e-scooter Vida V1 at the 1.45 lakh जो कंट्रीज लार्जेस्ट टू व्हीलर्स मेकर मोटोकॉर्प फ्राइडे में फोरकास्ट किया है इन द इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल सेगमेंट टू इंट्रोड्यूसिंग द फास्ट इलेक्ट्रिक स्कूटर वेदा वियान प्राइस एट द 1.45 lakh ex showroom price जो उसके रेटेड आर्टिकल दे आरबीआई टू स्टार्ट अ यूरोपीज पायलट फॉर द स्पेसिफिक यूज केसेस आरबीआई ने रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया फ्राइडे में इशू किया है एक नोटिस जो इसमें कहा गया है soon be comments to pilot introduce in Europe for the specific use cases with the viewing the boosting the Indian digital economy and making the payment system more efficient and checking the money security article दिया गया expensive handset and high traffic made the delay adoption of 5G up to 10 times faster internet speed download of the 8K movie in second and increase the quality of gaming the experience in the smartphone. These are the just some of the many beneficiaries of the 5G network will be bring to user and however the lack of affordable device and high tariff may drag down to the piece of the adoption of the these services. तो ये आर्टिकल देखिए अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल पे नेक्स्ट आर्टिकल स्पोर्ट की है तो द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के लिए आज के लिए इतनी थैंक यू जय हिंद